This video is sponsored by Busu. This is the Houses of Parliament, and somewhere underneath that mess of scaffolding and canvas sits Big Ben. I mean, Big Ben is technically the bell inside the tower and not the tower itself, but I'm going to refer to it as Big Ben anyway. Now, there's something rather strange about this building at night. You see this section on the far right, closest to Big Ben? Well, it sits in complete darkness, not illuminated like the rest of the building. My immediate thoughts were that it's something to do with the building work, and that's not an unreasonable conclusion. The landmark is midway through a 4-year renovation after all, hence the unsightly scaffolding. And that's actually true for this dark middle section, which is normally lit up, with the scaffolding directly blocking the lights. However, a quick Google search reveals that our mystery section on the right is never lit up, renovation or not. The next possible explanation is that there's simply no room for lighting. These sorts of buildings are usually illuminated from below using large uplights about a metre away. But unlike the middle, the dark section sits directly on the river's edge, meaning there's no room for such lights. Again, it's a good guess, but wrong. Where this section continues around the corner, there's plenty of space for lighting, but it still isn't lit up. And besides, there are other ways of lighting a building, such as jutting out selfie stick-like poles or from above. Instead, there must be a specific reason they are actively choosing not to illuminate this particular part of the building. So why? Because of a secret apartment. That's right, a riverside apartment slap bang in the centre of London, photographed by some 40 million people a year, most of whom have no idea it exists. So who exactly lives here? This guy, Sir Lindsay Hoyle. Hoyle is the Speaker of the House of Commons, the man who sits in the middle shouting order and trying to stop the different sides from arguing too much. Up until recently it was John Bercow who became very famous for the catchphrase. But Hoyle took over in November last year, and with the job came the most enviable accommodation in the city. It's what's known as a grace and favour home, owned by the monarch and given to those who hold various positions, such as the Prime Minister and 10 Downing Street. The downstairs of the apartment is used for official business, such as functions or meetings, whilst the upstairs sees 4 spacious bedrooms, and if they were to light up this section, it would make it very difficult to get to sleep. Instead, the Speaker gets a peaceful night's sleep and wakes up to a riverside view that might be the finest in all of London. Some of the more eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed an identical section on the far left of the building. This section is also home to an apartment, occupied by the Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Fowler. Whilst these apartments aren't necessarily a secret, there seem to be remarkably few people who know about them. And I think it's really cool. Almost like how when you're a kid you think the teachers live at school. Well, the Speakers of the House of Lords and Commons really do. Mystery solved. Now, talking of native speakers, this video is sponsored by Busu, an AI-powered language learning app that helps you connect with native speakers all over the world. With over 100 million users, it's super easy to let you try out the skills you've learned and learn from their feedback, which is particularly helpful for speaking and pronunciation. The study plan is tailored to you personally, enabling you to learn the things you'd find most useful first and get speaking the language quicker. There are 12 languages, including English, so if English isn't your first language, for example, you can connect with native English speakers to correct or confirm your grammar and pronunciation, and have you talking like a local in no time. Sign up for free using the link in the description, or upgrade to Busu Premium to unlock all the wonderful features.